Kokrobite wasn't just a village, it was a living, breathing entity, its heartbeat synchronized with the ebb and flow of the ocean. From the bustling fish market where the day's catch was traded with laughter and banter to the narrow alleys where children played amidst the scent of drying fish, every corner of Kokrobite was imbued with the spirit of community and resilience. And at the heart of it all stood Kofi, a man whose very existence seemed intertwined with the rhythms of the sea. Raised on stories of sailors and sea monsters, Kofi's childhood was a tapestry of seafaring lore and the practical wisdom passed down by generations of fishermen before him. As a child, Kofi would spend hours listening to his grandfather's tales of the ocean, of mermaids who lured sailors to their doom and spirits who danced upon the waves under the light of the full moon. These stories ignited a spark within Kofi's soul, filling him with an insatiable curiosity and a deep reverence for the mysteries of the sea. From that moment on, he knew that his destiny lay upon the waves, where adventure and discovery awaited those brave enough to seek it. For Kofi, the ritual was more than just a tradition, it was a sacred pact forged between man and nature, a reminder of the symbiotic relationship that existed between the villagers and the ocean that sustained them. Each morning, as the first rays of sunlight painted the sky in shades of gold, Kofi would kneel on the sandy shore, his hands clasped around offerings of seashells and fragrant herbs. With eyes closed and heart open, he would offer prayers of gratitude to Mami Wata, the water spirit who held dominion over the ocean's depths. To Kofi, this ritual was a lifeline, a tether that connected him to the vast, unknowable forces that govern the world beneath the waves. The ritual had been passed down through generations of fishermen in Kofi's family, a sacred tradition that dated back centuries. It was believed that by paying homage to Mami Wata, the spirit of the ocean, fishermen could ensure a bountiful catch and safe passage on the unpredictable waters. And so, each morning, Kofi would offer his prayers and offerings, his heart filled with reverence for the ancient bond that connected him to the sea. It was on a night when the moon hung low in the sky, casting silver ribbons of light across the surface of the sea, that Kofi's destiny intersected with that of Mami Wata. Setting out on his boat, his mind heavy with thoughts of the day's catch, Kofi felt a pull, a magnetic force drawing him inexorably toward the heart of the ocean. And then, as if summoned by the silent prayers that lingered on his lips, she appeared, Mami Wata, her form radiant against the backdrop of the moonlit sea. In that moment, time seemed to stand still as Kofi beheld her beauty, his breath stolen by the otherworldly presence that stood before him. The encounter was like something out of a dream, a vision of ethereal beauty that transcended the boundaries of mortal understanding. Mami Wata's form shimmered in the moonlight, her hair cascading around her like a waterfall of liquid silver. Her eyes, deep and mysterious, seemed to hold the secrets of the universe, drawing Kofi into their depths with an irresistible magnetism. In that moment, he felt a connection, a recognition of kinship that defied logic and reason. And as Mami Wata extended her hand to him, an unspoken invitation to join her in the depths below, Kofi knew that his life would never be the same again. Mami Wata's appearance was not merely a chance encounter, it was a revelation, an unveiling of truths that had long been hidden beneath the surface of the ocean. As she spoke, her voice a melodic symphony that echoed through Kofi's soul, he felt a sense of clarity wash over him, a recognition of the interconnectedness of all things. For Mami Wata was not just a spirit of the ocean, she was its embodiment, a living, breathing testament to its power and majesty. And as she extended her hand to Kofi, inviting him to journey with her into the depths below, he knew that his life would never be the same again. Mami Wata's words were like a melody, weaving their way into Kofi's heart and soul. She spoke of the ancient rhythms of the ocean, of the dance of life and death that played out beneath the waves. She spoke of the interconnectedness of all living things, of the delicate balance that must be maintained to ensure harmony in the natural world. And as she shared her wisdom with Kofi, he felt a sense of peace wash over him, a deep understanding of his place in the grand tapestry of existence. With a silent nod of acceptance, Kofi took Mami Wata's hand, feeling a surge of energy coursing through his veins as they descended into the fathomless depths below. Together, they traversed the underwater realm, where shafts of sunlight pierced the darkness like spears of gold and the coral reefs shimmered with iridescent hues. In Mami Wata's presence, Kofi felt a sense of liberation, a shedding of the constraints that bound him to the terrestrial realm. Here, beneath the waves, he was free to explore, free to discover, and free to love without fear or reservation. And as he looked into Mami Wata's eyes, he saw reflected back at him the depths of his own soul, a soul that had found its true home in the embrace of the ocean's embrace. Their journey beneath the waves was like something out of a fairy tale, a whirlwind of wonder and discovery that filled Kofi's heart with joy and awe. Together, they swam through underwater forests of swaying kelp, danced with playful dolphins in the crystal-clear waters, and marveled at the kaleidoscope of colors that surrounded them on all sides. And as they explored the hidden wonders of the ocean, Kofi felt a sense of belonging, a deep connection to the natural world that he had never experienced before. With Mami Wata by his side, he was no longer a mere observer of the wonders of the sea. He was a part of them, a living, breathing embodiment of the ocean's eternal beauty. But their union was not without its trials. As whispers of Kofi's alliance with Mami Wata spread through the village, jealousy and mistrust took root, threatening to tear apart the fragile fabric of their community. Rival spirits, envious of Mami Wata's favor, sought to sow discord and chaos, sending storms and tempests to wreak havoc upon the village and its inhabitants. Yet, through it all, Kofi and Mami Wata remained steadfast in their love, their bond forged in the crucible of adversity. Together, they weathered every storm, every trial, emerging stronger and more resilient with each passing challenge. And as the villagers witnessed the power of their love, they came to recognize the sanctity of their union. Offering prayers of gratitude and reverence for the blessings it bestowed upon their village, the trials they faced were like tests of their resolve, challenges designed to strengthen the bond between Kofi and Mami Wata and reaffirm their commitment to each other. Together, they stood firm in the face of adversity, their love shining like a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. And as they weathered each storm that threatened to tear them apart, they emerged stronger and more united than ever before, their hearts intertwined in a bond that could never be broken. With Mami Wata's blessings, Kofi's fishing expeditions became more bountiful than ever before, his nets overflowing with the treasures of the deep. The villagers marveled at the abundance that flowed from the ocean's depths, their gratitude deepening with each passing season. And as Kofi and Mami Wata's love continued to flourish, so too did the prosperity of the village, as the waters teemed with life and the shores were lined with the bountiful harvests of the sea. In their union, the villagers found hope for a brighter future, where harmony and abundance reigned supreme, and the bonds of community were strengthened by the power of love. Their triumph was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a celebration of the indomitable power of love to overcome even the greatest of obstacles. With Mami Wata's guidance, Kofi had transformed from a humble fisherman into a guardian of the ocean, a steward of its bounty and a champion of its mysteries. And as the villagers reaped the rewards of his efforts, they looked upon him with awe and reverence, knowing that his bond with Mami Wata was a gift from the gods themselves. As Kofi and Mami Wata continued their adventures beneath the waves, they encountered new wonders and challenges that tested the limits of their courage and resolve. From exploring hidden caverns to befriending elusive sea creatures, their journey was a testament to the boundless possibilities that awaited those who dared to venture into the unknown. Together, they charted a course through uncharted waters, their hearts set ablaze with the promise of adventure and discovery. And as they delved deeper into the mysteries of the ocean, they discovered truths that transcended the limitations of mortal understanding, forging an unbreakable bond that will endure for eternity. Their adventures were like chapters in a never-ending story, each one more thrilling and exhilarating than the last. Together, they explored the farthest reaches of the ocean, venturing into uncharted waters where few had dared to tread. They swam with majestic whales in the icy waters of the Arctic, danced with bioluminescent creatures in the depths of the abyss, and witnessed the breathtaking beauty of coral reefs teeming with life. And through it all, their love remained steadfast, the guiding light that illuminated their path and filled their hearts with joy and wonder. As time passed and seasons changed, Kofi and Mami Wata's love endured, a timeless testament to the power of devotion and the strength of the human spirit. Though their physical forms may fade and their adventures may come to an end, their love would forever linger in the hearts and minds of those who bore witness to its transcendent power. In the embrace of the ocean's embrace, they found solace and serenity, knowing that their bond would endure for eternity. Theirs was a love that transcended the boundaries of time and space, a love that would endure for all eternity. Their love was like a flame that burned bright in the darkness, a beacon of hope in a world filled with uncertainty. And though they knew that their time together was finite, they took solace in the knowledge that their love would live on, a timeless legacy that would be passed down through the ages. For theirs was not just a love story, it was a testament to the enduring power of love to conquer all obstacles and transcend the boundaries of mortality. As Kofi and Mami Wata journeyed into the sunset, their spirits intertwined in an eternal dance of love and longing. They left behind a legacy that would echo through the ages.